All right, guys, so we're gonna have a welding test right now. So Clarence is he's gonna run a bead on one of these to see how well he does, see if he can get a job working in Texas Pride trailers. Hey guys, welcome to our video. Cody and Clarence here, and we're on the road today for something pretty exciting. At least we think it is. We're going to get to tour a manufacturing facility today for a new addition to the ranch. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's not a new addition, it's an upgrade to an old addition to the ranch. But we stopped at old, can y'all see that in there? Probably not. Bucky's here, Busey's, to grab us a little bite before we get in there. We're going to be in there for about 2 hours, so come along with us today, and I hope I know you're gonna enjoy this. This is gonna be awesome, especially if you like construction of things, because it's gonna be awesome. How's that sandwich? What'd you get? Pulled pork? Mm-hmm. Have you even breathed any since you started eating it? Not really. He acts like he starved to death. All right, guys, let's go check it out. Well, guys, we are in Madisonville, Texas, right off of I-45 here, and Texas Pride Trailers. That's right. So if you've been following us very long, you know that we have a Texas Pride dump trailer, and my brother, who's been helping me with the feedlot expansion, and I've got a few other welding jobs that we're going to be doing this summer, he's made mention 2 or 3 times of my old flatbed trailer, that hey, won't you just let me have this? So I made a deal with him. I'm going to swap him my old flatbed trailer in exchange for his welding expertise and his help doing some stuff that I just don't have time to get done on my own. So we reached out to Texas Pride because we love our Texas Pride dump trailer, and said, hey, we'd like to get a flatbed going, get one built, and that's what we're here today. We're actually going to get to see it in the plant as they start building it and go through the whole process today. So y'all come along. Okay, guys, so it may be a little loud in here, but we're going to try it anyway. So the trailer we're having built right now is going to be a 20-foot long flatbed trailer with a 5-foot dovetail on the back. I'm going to walk you by these 2 guys right here behind us. They're going to square up and weld this trailer in about a 2-hour time period. We've actually got the Texas Pride guys are shooting some time-lapse photos. They've got cameras on diagonal corners here, and they're going to time-lapse it for us so we can see these guys build it. But this is all built in-house. I mean, even these axles, I was told they're building these axles themselves here in the plant. This 2-man crew right here will build this entire trailer from start to finish. They'll do all the construction. There's a different group that paints it and wires it, but right now we're just getting everything squared up, making sure the trailer's square. And then they're going to start welding everything up. So they got the front cross member put in, the rear one's going in, and these are your cross members that are going to go in the middle of the trailer. One of the upgrades we made, guys, is we're putting 9,000-pound axles under it. The reason we're doing that is because I want to haul heavier weight, but I don't need the length. So doing that allows us to put more weight on the deck of the trailer with those better axles under it. They'll just be a single wheel axle. They'll run 17.5s on them, and pretty excited that they even allowed us to come in. They don't normally let you come in and watch them build the trailer, but they made a special concession for us so that we could come in and watch the guys get started on it. So right here, this will be the tail piece that goes across the bumper. Basically, you got your hole for your brake, your blinker lights, your running lights. Same thing over there. License plate bracket, I'm assuming. It'll get mounted right back here. It'll go across the back, and then the ramps will go on there. Let's see. The ramps that we're going to put on are some big ramps that cover the entire deck when they're folded over, and then when you flop it down, it gives you the entire width of the deck to pull up on the trailer without having to slide them side to side or anything. So let's see. Some of the first welds going in, they're getting everything tacked up here. Guys, right here in Madisonville, Texas is where they're building these trailers. They build flatbed trailers, dump trailers, roll-off container trailers. I mean, utility trailers. They're building everything but cattle trailers. I hadn't seen a cattle trailer, but pretty neat that there's this many, close to 400 guys working here on any given day. They're building about 400 trailers or dump, you know, roll-off boxes, that kind of stuff a week. That's pretty impressive, guys. But we're gonna keep watching. Check out in a minute. Welding time. Nothing but the best here, guys. I'm pretty jealous of their shop setup. Look at all this. I mean, look at this guy. Good. All right, guys, so they got the frame all welded up, and now they're going through and they're marking 12-inch on center where the cross members are. They're going to run across here that support the floor. I think normally they put these on 16-inch centers. I asked to have mine put on 12s because if I ever want to replace the floor in this and go to a rubber floor or a polyclete type floor, those require 12-inch on center cross members. So I'm looking ahead for in the future if I ever have to replace the floor in this trailer. But I want to show you these welds these guys make. They look pretty nice. Running all Miller machines. I think they've got a few Lincolns back in the back in a different department. These guys are really knocking it out. It's going to go quick now. So the cross members on this will probably be, I'm betting it'll be C-channel if I was guessing. Check this out, they're marking. Fella's like, hey, get out of my way. What do y'all normally put the centers on? What? 12 on all of them or 16s? What? 12 all the time? So 12 all the time. Those big 9,000 pound axles. What he's doing right now is he's building the upright that the neck's going to connect to. Getting it level and square, plumb and square. And tacking it up. And then he'll do both sides and come back and weld it up. See, it's a pretty heavy duty frame on this. You know, 12-inch I-beam all the way back, 12-inch I-beam on the neck. It's going to be a pretty heavy built trailer. You know, it should last us for another, heck, it ought to last me the rest of my life. I should never have to do anything besides maybe repaint it one of these days. So I was talking to the guys. We got all the main, you know, kind of the big wigs over here. And I asked them, the guys here, all the racket and stuff you hear back here are guys that are working extra hours because they want to be here working extra hours. The two guys that are working on my trailer, they got to come in late today because we were going to be here so that we could watch them go through the building process. But these other guys are just here because they wanted to be here, wanted to make that extra money. So they're building about, like I said, around 400 units a week. That's pretty impressive, guys. And talking with the guys, right now, Texas Pride Trailers is the #2 manufacturer of dump trailers in the United States, and every one of them is made right here in Madisonville, Texas. We got the uprights tacked up. While he's working on the neck, back here getting the spring and the hangers hung so we can hang the axles. Getting the cross member put in up here. These fellas are like, man, I wish this old fat boy would get out of the way so I could get done. But it's pretty neat to see your trailer getting built. What do y'all think? It's pretty cool in this building too. There's no air conditioning. I mean, it's insulated. It's got some spray foam on the ceiling as well. It's got a pretty good draft coming through here. So these guys have been here the longest, some of their best employees. So I imagine they lucked out by getting up here by the doors so they get that good draft coming through here. All right, cross members are going in. I did verify that normally on a trailer like this, the cross members will be put in on 16-inch centers. And like I said, I requested to have mine on 12. So they're going in right now. They're going to lay them out. They've already gone through, marked all their lines. Get out of the way. Already gone through and marked all their lines here on the. So he's going through here. Put me to work. Y'all want me to weld these in? I'm gonna ask them if they'll let me weld some. Tell me that don't look good, guys. So you might ask, why do we have this gap right here? I'm gonna ask you to put your thinking cap on. Why do you think this gap is right here? You got to have room for your tires. So when you put that load on and your trailer squishes down, you want to have room in here for your tire to, the circumference of that tire to not drag on anything. So here they got the front one tacked in. They got the back one tacked in where it needs to be, way down yonder. We're going to run a string line here. And what that'll do is then they can just pull all these over and touch that string. And then it's got it all where it needs to be. So all these cross members here, they're cut in a different part of the factory, different part of the plant down here, where they can, they're all cut on a bandsaw to the exact same length. That way, all these got to do is just set them in, make sure they're in the right spot, and take off. So just like that, they've got this whole thing. Look at this. I closed my eyes, guys. I don't know why, but let's look at this. Look down that. Straight as an arrow. Straight as an arrow. All right, guys, so we're gonna have a welding test right now. So Clarence is he's gonna run a bead on one of these to see how well he does, see if he can get a job working at Texas Fried Trailers. All right, Clarence, how you feeling right now? Good. Of your welding test, how do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know.
You gonna pass or fail?
Pass.
All right, let's see. Show him. Put it somewhere we won't see it in case you don't do good.
Is that where I'm loading?
So did he push or drag?
I think he's drove.
Okay, we'll get after it. Where do you want him to weld?
He's going to weld all the way across, the whole line.
Yeah.
All the way across. Just point the gun away from where you're welding. So you push it, you push the weld.
So they push, they don't drag.
Push.
Yeah, so push it. See how they push?
No.
All right, just weld. All right, let's check that bead. Bueno or no bueno? Bueno?
I've never pushed.
Yeah? What do you guys think?
Not bad.
All right, finish it out. Let me get one for TikTok. Hang on. Now we're getting the side rails put on. So you used a piece of square tube in there to space it the right height up off the cross members. One on each end. So this is William and this is David. William's going down and he's just tacking it every other cross member, it looks like, just to kind of hold it in until they get them where they want them, and then they'll come back and weld them out. Here's the beam that'll go on this side. So this is a piece of 6-inch C-channel, and it'll go in right down here on this side all the way down. You may notice here these little clips right here. What that's for is the wiring that goes from on your trailer brakes, that goes from your axle here. It'll go up and over and go to that side, and you got one for each axle. And then they'll also have some, probably, I don't know if they're on the inside of the frame or where they're at, that'll run down the frame, come down here, come out at the neck, and come out on where you hook up to your pickup. So these guys are really knocking it out. Clance, what do you think about your welding? Is that fun?
Yep.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty good.
When you graduate from high school, you think you might come down here and go to work? Building trailers?
Probably.
Maybe?
Maybe.
We'll see. Well, folks are about to call it quits for the day. We're going to have to get headed back home, but they're getting the stake pockets put on now. Not only will this trailer have these stake pockets right here, it's also going to have what they call, let's go make sure I call this the right thing, pipe pulls, I think is what it's called. Yeah, pipe spools. And what that is it'll have, between these stake pockets, it'll have some little round pieces of pipe. Let's see if we can see these guys. Probably something like this. They'll have a spool, a little piece of, and this will go in between there like such. Hold that, bub. Film that. Got it? Is it zooming in and out when you move? Okay. So this pipe spool like this, it'll go in here so you can take and put you a chain around that and pull on that if you need to. It gives you a little more space there, a little more options as far as where you're going to use your tie downs at. Not only will it have this, it's going to have a rail on it, and maybe on the way out we'll, did you hit the button? And maybe on the way out we can find a trailer that has these features on it. If not, we'll show you when this one's finished. So William's starting on the rub rail now. David's finishing up his side over there on the stake pocket. So here you can see the rub rail going in. What that rub rail's for is when you're pulling up to this trailer with stuff, you know, you're going to hit that before you hit the trailer. Plus it gives you a spot to drop chains and stuff down through the stake pockets and stuff like that. Just, you don't want this also, if you let this expose, if you just had the stake pockets in there, if you just had your stake pocket on here without this rub rail, you know, if you went through something, there's a good chance that might hang on something as you're going through a gate or something. Here, this protects that all the way down. Right here, this piece right here, where it sticks out, this will get bent over and welded off here, so it'll kind of clean it up, 45 it across there. So. I think that's going to about finish it up for today. It's getting pretty close to 4:30, 5 o'clock. William and David have been here since 3 o'clock. Their shift is from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. They stayed late to work on this trailer so we can see it during the building process. So we're going to probably head out of here and let them guys call it quits for the day and head home on their own. But they're still going, so I'm not going to leave if they're still working. But
So we're gonna head back up to our office.
okay.
Good meeting you.
Nice to meet you too,
Yeah,
Dom.
I'll give you a call, get with you so we can get everything planned out for next Tuesday.
Okay, sounds good.
Then tomorrow,
See this. Guys, this is Dom. He's the brains behind all the marketing here at Texas Pride Trailers. So kinda. We will get to meet Montana when we come to pick the trailer up when it's finished. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
And but Dom here has been instrumental in helping us get this whole project underway. And his guys have actually been here today. He's shooting some time-lapse video of this trailer being built. They're going to have that on their page, and he's also going to share it with us so we can kind of give y'all some stuff up there to watch as this whole trailer is being built.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Can't wait.
Yeah, stay here.